Lesson 20. Just go with the flow. Welcome to Lesson 20. Just go with the flow. In this lesson, you'll listen to Marcus and Mina who are about to go skiing. Marcus has never been skiing before. Listen to Mina as she tries to teach Marcus the basics. See if you understand all of the idioms that are used. Part A. Idioms in action. Part 1.
I can't even stand up on these things.
Relax. Don't try so hard.
You know what? I must have a screw loose. I can't ski. I've never been one to do anything athletic. I'm just gonna throw in the towel now.
Just keep your shirt on. You haven't even tried yet. Don't be such a stick in the mud. Here, take my hand. Good. Now, first thing you want to do is bend your knees.
Like this?
Yeah. Now lean back. All right, good. Doing great.
Part B. Take a closer look. Let's stop there. So far, you've heard these expressions. Listen to each explanation and then try to repeat the example for practice.
To have a screw loose.
To be crazy. To be thinking unreasonably. Marcus thinks he is crazy for trying to ski. He thinks he has a screw loose.
To be one to do something.
This expression is used to communicate someone's typical or characteristic behavior. Marcus has never typically played sports. He's never been one to do anything athletic. Notice that this expression is most commonly used in the negative. I asked the waiter to take back my dish, even though I'm not usually one to complain in restaurants.
To throw in the towel.
To quit. To stop doing something. Marcus doesn't want to learn how to ski anymore. He wants to throw in the towel.
Keep your shirt on.
Remain calm. Relax. Be patient. Marcus needs to calm down and take things step by step. He needs to keep his shirt on.
A stick in the mud.
A boring person. Someone who's uptight and spoils the fun. Marcus rarely tries new things. Mina thinks he is a stick in the mud.
Before we continue to listen in as Mina tries to teach Marcus how to ski, let's focus on a few more important expressions. Listen for them and try to remember what they mean.
To go with the flow.
To take things as they come. To not worry or try to anticipate the future. When water skiing, you shouldn't worry about all the things that could go wrong, but instead just go with the flow.
To be bound to happen.
To be extremely likely to happen. To be certain. When you see lightning, more than likely, you will hear thunder after a moment. When you see lightning, you are bound to hear thunder.
A security blanket.
Something that makes someone feel safe, even if it does not actually provide safety. Whenever Hillary travels, she takes an extra credit card even though she never plans on using it. She takes the extra one just in case something happens to her other one. She takes an extra credit card as a security blanket.
To give something a whirl.
To give something a shot. To try something. Here, Don, now that you've seen how to steer the boat, would you like to try it yourself? Why don't you give it a whirl?
To be batting 1,000.
To be on a roll. To be performing very well. Edgar is really doing a fantastic job. He's coming up with winning campaign strategies. He's really batting 1,000. Note that this can also be used sarcastically to imply that someone is doing poorly. Wow, that's the third question you've answered wrong. You're really batting 1,000.
To take to.
To find an interest in. To learn that you enjoy something. At first, Linda was terrified of water, so no one could believe how easily she took to swimming after only a few minutes.
Like a duck to water.
To act as if you're in your natural environment. To be at ease doing something. Although Siegfried never acted before, he was very comfortable and natural the first time he was ever on stage. He took to acting like a duck to water.
Poetry in motion.
Someone or something that moves gracefully. Most everyone agrees that Lara is an exceptional and flawless ice skater. Watching her leaves you astounded. It is like watching poetry in motion.
To get the show on the road.
To begin something. To start doing something. Hansel has been waiting 2 hours to leave. He wants to get going now. He wants to get the show on the road.
To make up your mind.
To decide. I want Mexican food tonight, but I can't seem to decide what plate to order. I can't make up my mind.
It's all downhill from here.
Everything is easy after this moment. The hardest part is over. The hardest part of planning a trip is deciding where to go. After that, the rest is easy. Once you know where you want to go, it's all downhill from there.
To sleep like a log.
To sleep so well that you hardly move. Nothing can wake Ernie up once he falls asleep. The man sleeps like a log.
To buy the farm.
To die. This expression is usually used in a light-hearted or joking way. Little Kimmy only had her gerbil 1 week before it died. She didn't have it long before it bought the farm.
To give something a jump start.
To provide help, motivation, or incentive to start something. Ellen's new ad agency was not doing well at all, but once she got an important new client, her agency quickly became successful. Her new clients have given her agency a jump start.
Part C. Idioms in action. Part 2. Okay, now that we've focused on a few more expressions, let's listen to the rest of the dialogue.
Now, pretend your knees are like springs. When you hit a bump,
There are bumps? I thought we were on the bunny trail.
we are. But yeah, there might be a couple of small ones.
Well, what do I do then?
Just go with the flow. Pretend your knees are springs. Let them bend with the curve of the terrain. Don't be stiff.
Sure, whatever.
Same goes if you fall.
There's falling involved?
You're bound to fall. You're just learning. Anyway, worst thing is if you're stiff when you fall. You'll really do a number on yourself if your body's tense when you hit the ground.
Hey, look at that kid. She's not using any poles.
Yeah, actually it's more about balance and your knees. Poles help balance, of course, but when you're learning, they can be a distraction. Maybe you should...
No way. I'm keeping the poles. They're my security blanket.
All right, whatever. Now to stop, make your skis into a wedge shape and just let yourself slowly come to a stop. Let's give it a whirl. Drift towards me and...
Here I come.
Wedge!
Whoa!
That was great! You're really batting 1,000.
I can't believe I just did that. I'm actually taking to this skiing stuff.
Like a duck to water.
Would you say that I'm poetry in motion?
Well, maybe not quite yet, but soon enough. So, ready to get this show on the road?
Don't I need more practice?
This will be your practice. Let's go up to the top.
Yikes. From the top, this hill looks a lot steeper than I thought.
They always do. You just have to see your path down and make up your mind to follow it. Listen, don't worry. You have the basics. It's all downhill from here. Literally.
Very funny.
Best thing about a day on the slopes is the evening. Tonight you're going to sleep like a log, my friend. Here we go.
Mina, if I buy the farm on the way down, I think you should know. You've always been my closest friend.
Right. Now get going.
I can't move. My legs won't let me. Hey, what are you doing?
You'll be here all day if I let you. I'm just giving you a little bit of a jump start.
You wouldn't. You'd really push your best friend down a ski slope?
See you at the bottom.
Whoa!
Part D. Now it's your turn. Are you ready to practice? Imagine your friend is talking to you. Agree with her by summing up what she's told you by using an expression from this lesson.
Your friend says, "Is everyone ready to leave? We've been waiting around for an hour. Let's go." You might add, "Yeah, let's..."
Get this show on the road.
Your friend says, I've never gone sailing before, but I think I'd like to try. You might say, why not? You should.
Give it a whirl.
Your friend says, can you believe my boss asked me to work on Christmas Day? He's insane. You might say, sounds like the guy
Has a screw loose.
Your friend says, after years of thinking about it, I've finally decided to become a strict vegetarian. You might say, it's good you've finally
Made up your mind.
Your friend says, now that we've done all of our research, the hardest part is over. All we have to do is write the report. You might then say, yep, it's
All downhill from here.
Now listen to these scenarios and then answer the questions.
Mary Beth's washing machine is broken. She's been trying to get it to work all day. She's decided it's time to throw in the towel. What will Mary Beth do now?
She will quit working for today.
Gino said that he was so frightened during his car accident that he thought he was going to buy the farm. What did he think might happen?
He thought he might die.
Rosalind told Georgette, after a day of hiking through the woods, you'll sleep like a log tonight. What does Rosalind mean?
Georgette will sleep soundly and well tonight.
After just a few hours on the court, Madge has really taken to tennis. How does she feel about tennis?
She likes it a lot.
Jerry thought his party was dull, so he put on music to jumpstart it. What did he hope the music would do?
He thought it would help his party become more lively.
All right. Wonderful. That's the end of Lesson 20. Just go with the flow. If you'd like more practice, just go back and listen to the lesson again. Otherwise, congratulations! You've reached the end of our program. Listen for the idioms you've learned so you can see how other people use them in regular everyday speech. And don't be afraid to use the expressions you've learned. The more practice, the more natural they'll become to you. And don't forget, you can always go back and listen to the lessons anytime you'd like. Practice makes perfect.